Almost 90% of how your skin looks
Mm-hmm.
can be linked to stress and cortisol. The mind-body connection is so important. Reduce your stress and glow.
Rebecca Gordon, welcome to the Stop Faking Fine podcast.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, gifting health for the holidays. What better way to kick this off than with skincare specifically designed for mental wellness? The power of flowers for your feelings of calmness. Like Rebecca, let's dive into all things beauty, glowing skin, and finding your inner calm.
Perfect. So I'm going to start that off with the holidays are, and actually we were talking about this earlier, where you
Yeah.
feel like you're doing everything and your hair is on fire. So let's start from a place of, oh, there's everything going on. And how do we quiet the noise? How do we
Yeah.
get it all done? How do we find peace and give ourselves glow without adding any extra time to our
Mhm.
already insane schedules? And so that's why I'm so excited I'm here, because I love tips and tricks and
Yeah.
how we can, again, find our best selves and
Mhm.
also remember self-love. We
Oh,
do
for
for
sure.
everyone else and we forget about ourselves. And
Yes.
I think we're better mothers, sisters, wives, friends when we remember ourselves.
Well, when you feel good about yourself, you always, and we talk about it on this podcast all the time, the world needs the best version of you, not the tired, bloated, crabby version. And you need tools and strategies to show up as her. And what I am so intrigued and excited to share is truly you talk about this being mental health skincare, being a brand that empowers you to really feel your absolute best, increase your confidence, because if you feel good about your outside, you feel good about your inside, and regain that balance in life. So dig in, let's dive on in. Rebecca, how can we connect these dots? Because they seem kind of a little bit out there to say, how can my skincare actually improve my mental health?
So let's start off with something that really blew me away when I found out about it, but really I should have realized this.
Yeah.
Almost 90% of how your skin looks
Mm-hmm.
can be linked to stress and cortisol.
Mm-hmm.
Think kids during finals.
Yeah.
Acne is crazy.
Yeah.
Eczema, psoriasis, rosacea. When does it get worse? When
When
you
you're
are
stressed.
stressed. And
Yes.
yet with skincare, and especially in this country, we have this more is better as opposed to
Yeah.
less is more. If there's a
Mm-hmm.
problem, let's keep doing it. And then we
Mm-hmm.
destroy our acid mantle. So there's
Mm-hmm.
the topical superficial skincare that we work
Mm-hmm.
on, which we
Okay.
completely separate from the mental skincare. And
Yeah.
so the mind-body connection is so important. Reduce your stress and glow. And
Well, tell me,
so
how do I do that? How do I do that though? Because
uh,
yes, I am a huge whatever. I think I'm not alone in this, where you go to the store and you're like, oh, all of the shiny objects. There's this serum for this and that serum for this, and just make me pretty. And at the end of the day, that's not serving a purpose.
so let's take a step back. There is a lot of ancient wisdom that has been
Yeah.
around for thousands of years that has worked during Roman times and will work today. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that can be tied to flowers. So our line Fluorescent, which means bloom, is a
Mm-hmm.
brand that we spent 3 years finding the best balance of the right flowers with the right flower benefits for your mind, your emotional well-being, but
Mm-hmm.
also the topical skin benefits to give you glowing skin. So
Mm-hmm.
over 3 years and 100 formulations, we combined 6 rare flowers from the south of France, 4 types of rose, 1 type of lavender, and peony. And I mentioned those flowers. So 6 flowers for 6 skin benefits. So
Ooh.
calming, toning, brightening, dark spots, fine lines, and wrinkles. I know I'm missing the sixth one, but you get it. Whatever
Mhm.
you need for whether you're 15 or you're 50. So, from the skin standpoint. But
Mhm.
when we talked about the mind skin connection, we also know that those flowers that I mentioned can help you emotionally. They have calming qualities to them, calming the mind. So you can almost, through breath work and aromatherapy with ingredients in your skincare,
Mhm.
help to calm your mind, lower cortisol, change your frontal lobe, your right and your left hemisphere. I do know my right and my left, your right and your left hemisphere,
Yeah. Yeah.
to change those so that with the amygdala, you are releasing serotonin and dopamine and oxytocin, and you are feeling calmer, happier, more relaxed, less stressed. And
But
so,
I want to know how.
okay, so so
How
I
does
was
all of
teeing
this
that up. So
work?
did I get you excited and teed up? I'm so excited about this because I've had such problematic skin for so many years and so
Yeah.
reactive. And when I found out about this, I was like, oh my God, I don't know any women who aren't super stressed. And
Yeah.
also, most of the women I know have trouble falling asleep. So, what I
Mhm.
love about this is we have, and we'll go into both, we have two products: a mask exfoliator, which is
Mhm.
leave on, talk about less stress.
Yeah.
You don't have to wash it off, and then a moisturizer. So, what you would do, let's say we're using the exfoliating mask.
Yeah.
The way I would use it is I put it on the pads of my fingers, like that, and lift your glasses because it'll get all over the lenses.
Yeah.
You would take your fingers and put your fingers together. And I know both of us don't have time, but we have 20 seconds in our day.
I
So
think
what?
that's the really important thing to mention, like that with skincare, a lot of times we want to do 20 steps, or we feel like it's not even we want to, we feel like we have to do 20 steps or you're not going to get the results.
You don't
And
need it.
we need to have these things quick. So for the woman that's not watching you, but listening, she's out walking, she's drinking her happy juice, she's listening to what you're saying so that she can apply this mask at home. Like, how are you quickly going through those steps?
Okay. And let's start with, because I will give tips and tricks where she could even use this before she goes on her walk. But
Oh, I love it.
let's say it's before your walk, ladies, or it's nighttime before you get to bed. Instead
Mhm.
of throwing it on really quickly, I want
Yeah.
you to be intentional. Put it on the tips of your fingers and then cup your fingers over your nose and mouth, and please close your eyes. This is a
Mhm.
self love moment. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in deeply for 4 counts into my belly, slowly, and then
Mhm.
I'm going to breathe out. And I may do that twice. If I
Yeah.
have more time, I may do that 3 times. For now, I will do it once.
Mhm.
I would probably do that 2 times. But what that's doing is it's slowing me down,
Mhm.
reminding me I don't have to be 1,000 miles a minute, which is my typical speed. I'm
Mhm.
also, with my hands cupped over my nose, I am smelling this very subtle but delicious lavender scent right now.
Mhm.
So we have lavender, we have rose collection, peony, and lang lang, which I'll talk about, but it's very subtle. I typically get migraines from a lot of things. These are not synthetic. We
Mhm.
are
Well, let's talk about that. Like, why are you get the migraines from the synthetic ingredients?
I have had migraines. I was hospitalized as a junior in junior high school. I used to get the worst headaches. Half my family gets headaches from a lot of different things. It could be, stress, and it could be stimuli, which could be synthetic fragrances.
Mhm.
I get horrible headaches when they tar the roads. That makes me
Mhm.
so sick. I can't walk into department stores into the main floor. I've been embarrassing my children forever because of that.
Because of the perfume and all of the synthetic things that are in the air that you're breathing in. So with these, let's do a little mini dive into the formulation of why this is different. And so I think we're all familiar with aromatherapy and saying, okay, I'm going to put a couple dots of this oil. I'm going to rub, waft the oil under my nose in order to calm myself. And as a tool or strategy for calming, how is this exfoliant really doing 5 things in one?
Okay, so let me take a step back. So essential oils have been around with aromatherapy for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
People who get headaches, people who have I also have very sensitive skin. I get cystic acne from certain ingredients.
Yeah.
Undiluted essential oils can cause irritation to your skin, and it can, for people with asthma, it can result in asthma, irritation, and migraines.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not all scents are the same. Some scents are better than others. We know that lavender and rose are very calming, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be a pure essential oil. That's very important. You also don't want synthetic fragrances, which really, for those of us with migraines, you're nodding your head as you're on your walk, listening or watching. You feel it immediately.
Yeah.
As someone with migraines, I also don't like clawing scents. So we've really tested this. It is very subtle,
Mm-hmm.
but you really feel the relaxation take over as you take the initial breaths. So it's the type of flowers
Mm-hmm.
that are known for their aromatherapeutic properties. It is not clawing. We
Mm-hmm.
use the entire formulation is at percentages that are skin loving and nourishing,
Mm-hmm.
um, but also are very calming and relaxing. So the
Yeah.
other thing is, and I know we're talking aromatherapy, as someone who gets cystic acne and gets very scared of skincare products,
Yeah.
um, what I love about this is it's 43% actives, which a lot of times companies, it's all marketing. A lot of it's marketing. And they'll say, "Ooh, we have this ingredient and we have this and that." And they sprinkle it in like pixie dust
Mm-hmm.
so that they can say, "Ooh, I have this ingredient." But is it doing enough to really benefit your skin?
Yeah.
On the flip side, you don't want it to be so concentrated that it's going to make you break out. So the reason I'm obsessed with this, and like you
Yeah.
said, it does a zillion things, is
Mm-hmm.
that it's giving me the beautiful skin. It's calming me. And we haven't even talked about how it helps me sleep better. Um, and all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, in 2024, do you hear harps in the background? I'm like, ah.
Because you feel amazing. And I think that's really it, is finding the tools and strategies that work for you to be the best multitasker that you can be. And I never really thought about skincare as being something that you could multitask with. It's like I just care what it's doing for my skin, and I never thought that I could think deeper. But now that you have introduced me to this brand, I'm kind of obsessed because I'm able to give away or give up the 10-step protocol and ditch it for the one face cream. And you have to go into why you don't have an eye cream and a face cream, which, buckle up, ladies, because this blew my mind. Like, why don't we have to have both, Rebecca?
So I still have the products on my fingers. So let's start off with how we would put this on and why this works. So I do have the exfoliator. So are you okay if I start
Hmm.
with the mask and exfoliator in one?
Yeah.
Good answer, because it's on my fingers. So first of all, when you put it on your face, I don't want you just going like this. We want to be intentional. I love that God gave us this wonderful machine called a hand,
Hmm.
which has this amazing sensory experience. So I want us to start with tapping.
Yeah.
When we put this on, you're going to feel how cool it is as you put it on. What we're doing, first of all, besides relaxing and smelling the smells, is we're increasing circulation. We
Just
are
by tapping your fingers, you're tapping all of your fingers all over your face. So by tapping, you're going all the way up your face, you're going around your eyes, you're tapping around your nose, and you're tapping around your lip line. And by doing that, You're increasing the blood flow. Is that what you're sharing?
We are increasing blood flow and circulation. We're increasing oxidation. I'd love to talk about face yoga as you put it on, because as we get older, some of us, especially those of us over 40, we don't want wrinkles. So as I put
Oh,
it
come
on,
on now.
well, you may, because it's a reflection of your life experience. But in
No,
the
I'm just
event,
kidding. No, no, none of us listening want wrinkles. So in order to get rid of those wrinkles, you are taking your fingers from in between your eyebrows and kind of just pulling them upward. And at this time, I'm just watching you. You are massaging this mask essentially into your face.
very gently. And so what I'm doing is, a lot of people have an 11 or a 1 or Roman numeral 3, depending on how expressive you are.
That's your angry in between your eyebrows, your angry, your mom mad thing.
Yeah, so this is our frontalis. We have 43 muscles in our face. As we're putting this on, I'm being gentle. Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm massaging it on. I may also, if you have bags under your eyes, the
You're
tapping is
tapping.
very important, going around in a circle.
Yeah, so
With
you're tapping under your eyebrow, right?
Mhm.
And you're tapping where the bags of your eyes are under your eyeball. So going around in kind of in a circular motion where you're tapping under that. So regardless of the skincare cream that you're using, this is a fantastic application method that's helping your wrinkles, right?
Absolutely. Because again, there are 43 muscles in your face. So I am multitasking in every way of everything we've been talking about with these
Yeah.
products. So we are smoothing, we are relaxing, we are
Yeah.
breathing in the products. This exfoliator, and two things you may notice already. I don't have like this huge, like freaky Halloween mask or
Yeah.
green goblin on me.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes, it absorbs all into your face, so no
Mhm.
one can tell that you have it on.
Yep.
With being holiday season coming up, I always put this on when I get on the plane, and then you can just fall asleep or wake up 10 minutes later. And when it gets dry, the little flakes on it are rice powder. So it's exfoliating without being abrasive. It's incredibly nourishing. So
Mhm.
over the 10 minutes, it's absorbing into your skin in a yummy, yummy way.
Mhm.
It's relaxing you. In 10, 15 minutes, I go like this. I put it on before I walk the dog. If I do yoga, I put it on before yoga. And then I use the moisturizer at the
Yeah.
end for Shavasana, which is that the pose
Yeah.
at the end where you just lay
Yeah.
there like that breathing. And
Yes.
it elevates the experience. With the airplane, I love using it on the airplane because as someone with really dry skin, sensitive skin, the plane is so dry. It's dehydration at its
Mhm.
finest. I usually used to wind up with one zit right here and one here within 24 hours of landing.
Yes, I
Now,
mean, we can all agree with that from the recycled air and from the dryness and from all of the things. So, I have a question if you're
sure.
flying because it's the
Yes.
holidays and a lot of us are going to be popping around to family, to whatnot. So, if you show up at the airport at the end of a day and you've already got makeup on your skin, is this still something that you can put on top of the other things quickly when you sit in your seat and get ready to take off?
So that's a perfect question. So I'm glad you asked that. So you can put it on top of what you have. What I would typically do,
Mhm.
first off, separate from the skincare, um, is have a what do you call it? The disinfecting wipes.
Mhm.
Wipe your seat, wipe the tray,
Yeah.
and wipe your hands. Make sure those are clean. That's very important. We don't want you to get sick when you get to your family's house.
Yeah, public
First,
service announcement. I'm like
yes, PSA. Okay. Have a water bottle with you.
Yeah.
Hydration is not just through your skin, it's drinking. So that's
Mhm.
number two. Number three, just simple, clean, natural, no synthetic fragrance wipes with I have micellar wipes that you could use so
So you're
that
wiping your face. So you're wiping your face first and
I
then
would
you're
wipe my face first. You know what? Just get into the plane, relax. It's you time,
yeah.
and then what you're doing is get some of the dirt off because I really want this whole experience to be great. I don't want to clog pores or anything
Yeah.
like that. So now we've PSA, we're getting rid of the bacteria, the germs, we're hydrating, we're getting you in Zen mode, relaxation. Traveling is stressful.
Yes.
Getting there on time, TSA, did you pack? I haven't even gotten half of it. So make the flight something special for you. And these are different ways you can do that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, like, in general, how is this skincare helping people take the stress out of life, right? How, like, from it being good for your gut to being clean to being whatever. I know that you have shared a lot about that. Can you tell me more?
So, the way it has stress out of your life, we talked about less is more. So, the
Mhm.
9-step process, I think, contributes to stress. I think it damages the acid mantle a lot of times. You do so much that a lot of times you're actually making your skin concerns worse.
Mhm.
So we want healthy skin. And we also know that when you have problems with your skin and it's not at its best, we want to look beautiful. That contributes to the stress. So we
Yeah.
want to do things that actually relax you. So a 2-step process, not a 9-step process. By doing the aromatherapy and the work to lower cortisol while you're doing your skincare, it's not adding extra time, which is stressful. We know the ingredients are really good for your skin and absorbing in. I saw you were going to say something.
Yeah, well, tell me more about the ingredients and why they're so good for the skin. So you talked a little bit about the flowers. Tell me
Um,
more about the other ingredients and why they are pure and organic and work more
Thank you.
efficiently.
Thank you. So first of all, we are grown, formulated, manufactured in Grasse, France.
Mhm.
Grasse is known as the fragrance capital of the world and the flower capital of the world. Um, no offense to someone who lives in Detroit, but rose is grown in Detroit.
Listen, I grew up in Detroit,
I
so
love
you
Detroit.
better watch your words wisely.
Okay, Westport, Connecticut. We're
Anyhow,
Maryland, Baltimore. Flowers that are grown in those places, they're lovely. But
but you don't want to put them on your face, right?
the soil, the climate, the nutrients are not the same.
Yeah.
We grow in the most nourishing place, and the flowers are picked at a certain time of year, at a certain time of day to maximize the skin loving benefits in the products.
Mhm.
I mentioned all of our products have Fusion Floral 6. Oh, let me take a step back. Um, I don't mean to scare anybody, but in the United States, skincare is not regulated.
Yeah. I think that that's a huge there's so many things that are not regulated, and we have to do our due diligence, which is what we're doing right now. So tell me why, especially given that it's not regulated. So why should we believe you, Rebecca?
Because I've been in the business for 15 years and we are certified. What that
Okay.
means is in Europe, the guidelines are very strict. There are
Mhm.
1,300 ingredients that have been banned from use in
Mhm.
products. We are EU certified. We do not use those products.
Mhm.
All of the products that we use, we know and I know I've been repeating myself, have skin loving benefits.
Yeah.
These are ingredients that if you go to environmental working group, Dirty Dozen, a lot of these different websites, you will see they're not estrogen disruptors, which to our daughters, I want to talk about in a second, another
Mhm.
PSA.
Yeah.
We Infertility is a huge issue in this country. Autoimmune disease, I think I read someplace it's at 12%. I don't
Mhm.
know anyone who doesn't know someone with autoimmune disease.
Mhm.
Let's use products that are as good as and better than ingredients that are causing lots of health issues to ourselves and our loved ones,
Mhm.
but also are beneficial to giving you the kind of outcome that you want for your skin and your well-being.
Well, I
So
think what you have mentioned before is that a lot of the other products maybe provide a quick fix and don't address the root cause of many of the skin issues. But I think that's a really complicated subject because the average consumer doesn't understand how to address the root cause of their problems. So, can you share a little bit more about how this two-step process helps to address the root cause so that in time you have that beautiful glowing skin and you're not disrupting the dermis layer of your face?
So two things. First off, I would say, now that had just escaped my brain here, we're going to need to take a pause because I just had a complete brain
Well,
fog.
we'll wait for you. We'll wait for you to bring it back. Let's talk about the root causes and why this is not a quick fix and why
Ah,
it's helping.
okay. So thank you. Now it came back to me. So we combine French flower based ancient aromatherapeutic wisdom
Mhm.
with East Asian mindfulness. So it's
Mhm.
East meets West with things, the aromatherapy and the mindfulness and the breathwork rituals that have been around for thousands of years and have scientifically been proven to help both the skin, the mind, and your emotions. So
Mhm.
that's one of the things that we do. The second question that you had asked about, quick fixes.
Yeah.
A lot of products that are out there, what they do is, have you ever heard that, and I'm going to call it a myth, that you have to change your products every few months because your skin gets used to it?
Yes. Yes.
Mythbuster,
Yes.
mythbuster. That's
Why?
not true.
Why is that not true?
So the thing is, fruits and vegetables, are they good for you today?
Mhm.
Are they good
Heck
for you in a
yeah.
month?
Heck yeah. But you also need, from a fruits and vegetables standpoint, you need a diversity of
Correct.
between 10 and 100 in your gut. But why? What makes the skincare different? And with your calming, with your three-step process, that it's ancient.
So yeah, so the thing is, the ingredients, and let me finish answering the other question about
Yeah.
products that you think are good for you initially. You feel like you're hydrated, and you're like, ooh, and then a few weeks later, your skin is really dry. Part of what it has been doing is it may be irritating your skin and actually drying you out. So over time, the results where you say, oh, I'm not getting the results anymore, you're actually seeing the results of the product after 3 weeks,
Yeah.
or a month or 2 months. You want to see the benefits. May start off slow, and like with ours, within 21 days you're really going to see a benefit. And as you
Mhm.
know from using our products for months, you have the benefit and it continues.
Mhm.
So if these are a combination, we don't just use one flower. We use other ingredients. We have apple, we have immortal, which is known as nature's retinol. We have peppermint, we have aloe, we have argan, we have shea butter. We have all these nourishing ingredients, not just one, but a lot of different ingredients at a concentration that are skin loving and are helping you balance and hydrate. And as I
Mhm.
said, also with the aromatherapy, the mindfulness, the
Mhm.
Zen yum, that's gonna give you that beautiful skin.
Mhm. And even with the aromatherapy, because I'll be honest, and I know the women listening to this podcast are also like, I do not have the time for this 30-step process, and I don't have the time for aromatherapy or all of the different things. So, first and foremost, when you and I first met and you were like, okay, this is skincare for mental wellness. I was like, come on, Rebecca. Like, what are you talking about? Skincare for mental wellness. But I was intrigued by the legitimacy of the science, the ingredients, everything that was in there. And so always being a human guinea pig, I'm like, sure, I'm game. And with your teaching about the face yoga, and even not even face yoga. First of all, I love the name. So like if you love the name, like I hope you're doing a happy dance while you're listening to us because everyone needs to be doing face yoga. But with the simple tips of, and I want to get into the face cream and how it also works for your eyes, but even I, who like to do things quickly, get right to the point, no BS nonsense, taking that, putting the cream on my fingers, taking one deep breath in, and then using my biggest takeaway from the conversations with you is using this tapping method where you're tapping the cream into your skin and allowing it to actually soak rather than slathering it, which is, what I have always done in the past, but tapping it in and allowing it to absorb has made a huge difference in the way that my skin looks and feels. And I'm a lifer. I absolutely love it. And it's budget friendly, which is which I love even more. But let's talk a little bit about how the face cream is also an eye cream and you really only need one.
Perfect. So, I'm going back to this. Let me actually get the cream. So, I'm taking a peony right now. That's Fine Lines and Wrinkles. So you'll see, for those who can see,
Mm-hmm.
it is thick. It is luxurious. Um, and when I put it on, it's going to just melt into your skin.
Okay, hold on. There's like 99% of the people are listening and not
Okay.
on audio. So like just talk more to like the process, because there's like 4 people on YouTube that follow me and thousands of
Okay.
people that will download this and just listen to the audio.
Got it. So it looks very thick when you look
Mm-hmm.
at it in the jar, which can be scary for some people. You don't want something to be what you call occlusive and just sit on the surface.
Yeah.
Again, for those people who are afraid they're going to break out, like me. But when you put it on, it feels so soft and, can I say, sexy?
Yeah.
It's
We all
soft.
want to be sexy. Yes, you can say sexy.
Yes, soft and sexy, and it absorbs right in. I have incredibly dry skin. I have so many skin issues. I have
Mm-hmm.
really dry skin, and I find that a lot of times in the past, I would put moisturizer on today, and then tomorrow morning, my skin would be just as tight
Yeah,
and taut.
or you would find, and here's where I am with dry skin, that you need to reapply multiple times during the day, because especially as we turn on our heat and the inside of our homes get drier and drier, your skin gets drier and drier. So you don't have to do that with this cream. You put it on and it feels luxurious 6, 8, 12 hours later. Why?
Because of the nourishing ingredients that you're putting on that are melting into your skin and actually absorbing into your skin and benefiting your skin. I also
Mm-hmm.
said something before that may sound sort of like a misnomer. I was talking about how you don't necessarily need new products because your skin gets used to it. You do need different skincare during different seasons. So
Mm-hmm.
as it gets colder, as the forced air is on, it does get drier in the house. When you're outside, the wind is blowing on your skin. You do need a really good quality moisturizer that is penetrating your skin. A lot of skincare that's on the market, you know, do you know what the difference is between a day cream and a night cream?
Night creams are thicker. That's my information.
Okay, what it actually is, and they use a lot of times they are thicker,
Mhm.
but it's a marketing thing.
Yeah.
The day creams typically have SPF, and
Yep.
night creams don't. Um, if your skin, if you get the right amount of sleep, your skin is doing the most regeneration between about 11 p.m. and 2 in the morning. You know, a
Yes.
lot of times people think, oh, if I put a much thicker cream on, it's going to be great for when I'm sleeping and I'm
Yeah.
getting the rest and collagen production and cell regeneration, etc. If you have a product, and let's say I'm saying like a Vaseline, which is
Yeah.
occlusive, it's actually creating a barrier.
Yeah.
Your skin is breathing, not like your
Or like
lungs.
Aquaphor. A lot of people I think use Aquaphor as a cream, and that's preventing your skin from breathing.
It correct. What an Aquaphor or a Vaseline does, it creates a skin barrier. It is
Mhm.
not healing, but it is keeping in the moisture. So you're not healing, you are keeping bacteria out and you are keeping moisture in. You are
Yeah.
not necessarily healing. So when you put a moisturizer on, even if it's thicker, you want it to penetrate and you
Yeah.
want the ingredients to be skin loving ingredients that benefit your skin. So with this, because I know people can't see, it looks thick, but it goes on and feels so incredible. And in hours from now, I have people who say, oh my God, I'm still smelling and feeling my skin.
Oh my gosh. I know for me, I love the strategy that you have taught with like putting the lotion on my fingers, inhaling the aromatherapy and tapping it on my face. And I definitely am surprised that I can smell the smells and I feel the calmness as the day progresses. Let's switch gears for a hot second and talk about best strategies for sleeping, because I know that you have a lot of really good strategies for us to get the best benefits from this cream and really any aromatherapy that you're using at bedtime.
Perfect. When we wind down at bedtime and we do what I call our bedtime routine, that's great. We talked about slowing down, feeling the products on your skin. But as we said, I know like 50% of women have their thoughts racing in their head as they get to bed and they can't fall asleep. So I keep the products, the moisturizer on my bedside table. And it is the last thing I smell and touch before I go to sleep. So keep it on your bedside table, the scent of your choice. Lavender is known for its calming, soothing benefits at bedtime. And as we did before, I want you to put it on the tips of your fingers together, and slowly and intentionally, with your eyes closed as you're laying down, I want you to slowly breathe into a count of 4 into your belly, hold it, and then breathe out for a count of 4. And do that 7 or 8 times, slowly and lovingly. You may want to have some soft music that's going to turn off in 15 minutes, and then slowly feel the coolness on your skin. Focus on your fingers touching your skin. Really be present as you put it on, and continue to breathe in and out while you're applying it to your skin. And then I want you to put your head on the pillow and just have sweet dreams.
I love that, because you're taking that lavender cream, you're putting it on your fingertips. You are inhaling as you kind of cup your fingers over your mouth and you inhale. And this is something, you guys lean in. This is something that is so easy. And I have adapted this to my own morning ritual and evening ritual. And Rebecca, you taught it to me, to just like the simple practice of put this on your fingertips, breathe in deeply. You can tap the cream on your body. And another tip that Rebecca has shared for all of us that have the angry mom furrow between our two eyebrows, the I'm mad at you before you even know it, taking your fingers and pulling up between your eyebrows and kind of making a little McDonald's shape, the capital M, around your eyebrows. And we all know that while you're doing this, you are thinking about one thing that you're grateful for from today. You're thinking about one thing that you did well. You are helping your body to lower cortisol and prepare your mind for sleeping by being accountable to the gratitude. And it's not a gratitude practice. I don't like using all of these really big words. It's the simplicity of the habit. If you don't have my healthy habits journal, go run and download your 7-day free version right now. That's at danalewis.com/habits. But having this as your evening wind down habit is just takes your evening to the next level. And I love how these products, which seems, in all honesty, so silly, that I'm going to bring this right back to the beginning where you were like, Dana, I want to share with you these mental wellness skincare solutions. And I was like, Rebecca, are you nuts? Like, what are you talking about? Mental wellness with skincare products. But it is so simple. The products, the creams are so affordable, and they're multitaskers. And I love that I don't have a 20-step skin routine anymore. I love that I have dry skin and I don't anymore, because these products work so well. And they can calm you if you can. And if you're listening right now, I want you to say this out loud to yourself. I can do this. You can take your skincare evening routine from a 10-second afterthought to a 20-second intentional thought. It's not 20 minutes. We're not talking about locking yourself in the bathroom for 20 minutes. Although if you want to do that, no one's going to, I think that's great also. Like we can come back and Rebecca can do a 20-minute face yoga situation and we can totally dive into that. But for today, we are talking about 20 seconds, breathing, being grateful, and just loving yourself. And again, it's giving health at the holidays, it's being health for the holidays, and it's tools and strategies to get there. Right, Rebecca?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. We could nerd out on all the different strategies and the tools and the tips and the this and the that. And I will link everything in the show notes. If you want to look at this particular skincare line, it's at danalewis.com/skincare, and it will direct you straight there. Until next time, thank you so much for being here, Rebecca.
Thank you.